Just two Murphs talking hoops. The journey to June has arrived, folks. That's right. June is here. The coach is here. Podcast Paul is here. We've made it. How are you, Coach?
I'm fantastic. Feel fresh in my new official JB jersey. Let's go.
Okay, we got to talk about this jersey, but before we do that, I got to kick off the pod this way. This has been our second season of doing this journey to June, right? Rebranding the pod, just two Murphs, talking hoops, the journey to June. We got on after the Celtics lost in the 2022 finals against the Golden State Warriors. Tough loss. We started last year. It's been a journey. Last year didn't end so well. We got to May 31st, Coach, the Celtics.
Yes,
of course,
sir.
we took the pod to June because we're NBA fans here. We're gonna take whatever team takes us there. But folks, you're seeing it. You know it. We are diehard Celtics fans. And this journey to June, it's about the screen. It's about the Celtics. They were one day short. They made it to Game 7. They almost did it. But it was a great journey. It led us into this season. And what a wonderful journey it has been. And now we can finally say because of course we're part of the Celtics. We're part of the team. We have made it to June, Coach.
We made it. It's 8 years, Paul. First of all, Paul's engulfed in the logo. His face is in his mic. We just started the background stuff.
Feeling a little
You're
lucky.
welcome, folks. We call our fans, folks, welcome. I got Boss in the background. Podcast P's got the Celtics logo. I'm Coach Murph, the younger brother of Podcast Paul, a.k.a. Prophetic P, Prediction P, Podcast P, Cozy P, we like to say, because we've got to keep it cozy, P, right?
This is going to be
Let's
such
just
a cozy
start with
pod.
present. I guess we'll go. You are so good at taking the reins. I'm going to do my best to not interrupt, but interject. That's what I've been figuring out. I can interject, but not interrupt. And I'm going to do my best to stay professional.
Okay.
And you go ahead. Where are we going?
We are going to get to I said we're going to get to the jersey next, but we're going to get there next after this.
Wherever you want to go.
So back to this journey.
Yes.
We've been waiting
Jason
a long time. Of course, when we started this podcast in 2020, it was just two Murphs talking sports. It was really about the green. We've been following this team for a while now, and we've seen them grow. And it's all about growth, just like this podcast, right?
We grew, they grew. Yep.
And last year was tough. Even though we were excited when they went down 3-0 to Miami in the Eastern Conference Finals and came all the way back in Game 7, it was so much fun. You knew it, and I knew it. That team just didn't have it last year. And it was very frustrating because the Jays have been together for a long, long time. Forget it. Let's just get right into it with the jersey. So we love the Jays. We've been following the Jays. It's all about the Jays. They needed that supporting cast. But I was actually thinking last night before we got on this pod, you know, Coach and I, the Murphs, were brothers, of course. A lot of similarities, a few differences. We're brothers, right? And I was thinking last night, we're always repping Tatum. You got the Tatum jersey hanging from the ceiling. I got mine falling from the wall. We love Jayson Tatum, and we're going to talk a lot about him today. But I thought about it last night, like, wait, why doesn't one of us represent Jaylen Brown? The two Murphs, the two Jays, and boom, we get on the pod today. The coach in his shiny new Jaylen Brown jersey.
Boom. Authentic.
Yeah. So that's awesome.
Cheap, by the way. Anyways.
I want to take that conversation in a second on the Jays because that's important.
So that's why I brought so what podcast Paul is saying. I'm this trusty sidekick. Knew that already that he's gonna I have to rep what he was saying. I have to rep JB, and that's why I got the jersey because
I had a feeling.
JT. You did. You knew I was. You probably knew I was in Dick's. Shout out to Dick's and doing it because we're functioning sometimes on the same brain. You do a great job of reeling me back in. We have a great time together. It's our brother time. I love this podcast. And
I want to talk about his growth because it's a huge piece of this, especially when you go back to where he was after Game 7.
Talk about JB, man.
Well, okay, let's do this. But I do want to get to another theme that's very important to me with where we are in the
cut it off whenever
finals
you want, brother. You
and
know
why I'm feeling so confident right now in this team.
Yeah.
But if you think about last year,
Congratulations, Green Nation. Let's get that out of the way. We just got a big dub, and it was a statement W too. So,
I know we have so much to talk about because we are getting on here after game one just happened, right? It's Saturday in between game one and game two. And I want to talk about that matchup, but specifically Jaylen Brown, now that we brought it up. You get back to season one. You get back to game seven. They made it all the way back from down 0-3. They come back in that game. Jayson Tatum gets hurt within the first 5 minutes of the game, and Jaylen Brown just couldn't do it. He couldn't dribble. He couldn't shoot. And after the game, he was so dejected. He took the whole loss in his shoulders. I let the city of Boston down. He let Coach down. Coach was not happy.
Yeah.
Now you take that Jaylen Brown that we've seen in the Eastern Conference Finals, which to me, that is the key here. Yes, he's been great all year. Yes, he's earned that contract extension, but his play in the Eastern Conference Finals, dude, did you see how he showed up dressed to game one of the finals?
Man time. They've grown so much. Like, all right.
Just Jaylen. Talk about Jaylen.
Yes, Jaylen. That's why I'm on it. $304 million. There's another reason why I'm wearing this jersey. Where was he when he found out from his agents that when he got the biggest contract of all time in NBA history, and he's the highest paid player? But do you know where he was?
Where was he? I think he was at the Boys and Girls Club. Or
No. Even better, Paul, because that's great. Because yes, he's a huge part of our community, man. Diversity, education, what he's going to do with this money. They're like, what are you going to do with that money, JB? At a press conference, he's like, good question. He's a nerd, man, with muscle. He's a brain. And that's why I always say to my people, I'm training, whether 8 to 80, crippled old crazy, we're student athletes, student first. He was at MIT teaching a course, and I believe robotics. I have it right here, but he was at MIT. Okay. And he didn't go high in the draft. Why? Because they're like, he's too cerebral. He's too smart. He's not going to do. And we're seeing what he's doing. His mind is incredible, but when he answered the question at the press conference, what he's going to do with the money, he just like went down a list how beautiful what things he's going to do, and use the corporations to help build the community, man, education and all that good stuff. We know that. So I love this man all around, off the court, like the charity he's doing, education, JB, and then just funking all over the city of Dallas after the zing came in. He done it.
Wait. Hold that thought.
I know.
That's a whole nother topic.
He dunks on everybody. He catches bodies. He's a beast. He's progressed as a player. He's not dribbling off the speed anymore. It's just they've grown.
What about his defense?
And yes, they were last game. We're only as good as our last game, right? And the whole team.
Yeah.
Man. So I'll just stop there.
So before we get into probably the most exciting part of game one,
he got snubbed. Sorry, last thing I want to say. And he got snubbed in the All-Star. This is him. There's no JT without JB, and vice versa. And God willing, we're going to get the ring, and they're going to get that monkey off the back, the Jays. Let's go.
Well, you know what? Wait. Now that you said that, there's they're different players, and there's no JT without JB. I actually was listening to something last night online, and I loved it. We all talk about the team with the player, right? Dallas has got Luka, right? When the Warriors were winning, they had Steph Curry, Michael Jordan, right? Larry Bird. It's always one guy. And that's why Tatum gets so much flack. They want him to be the one guy. They're looking for this one guy in the team. Well, guess what? Yep. The Jays together are one super guy. They're weak apart, but together they're strong.
They're better. They're better this year.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They've embraced their relationship. I feel like they're like, break up the Jays. And I'm like, no, adversity, baby. They stuck together. We grow, man. It's like family. It is family.
Right. Well, we can thank Brad for that. And we're going to get into the biggest part of the game in a second. But this is what I wanted to talk about off the jump here. The Celtics path, right?
Yep.
And you think about last year, they just weren't mentally ready. But this year in the playoffs, people want to talk about how weak their path was in the East. I don't think it was, man. I think Indiana's not getting the credit they deserve. Yeah, Halliburton went out. That was actually a tough. Yeah, I know we swept, but dude, that could have easily been us down 3-1.
Yeah.
We should have lost game 1. We could have lost game 3 and 4. That's what was so awesome about that series.
Yep.
They won games they would have lost last year. And that was kind of a tough series. But when you look at the Western Conference playoffs, and this gets back to our Journey of June, season 2, all through the regular season.
We made it all the way, man.
Well, what were we talking about? You and I were talking more about the West than our green, because it was so exciting.
Yeah.
What was exciting is the young kids of Oklahoma City, Shea, SGA, and Chet, and all these young 19, 20, 21, 22-year-olds. And then Minnesota, they're very young too, right? Young guys that were killing it, 1 and 2 in the league.
It was fun to watch.
Well, that's fantastic in the regular season. But we know from our own Celtics back in 2018, when the Jays were young and fresh, they went far in the playoffs, but they were little young kids. They weren't battle tested.
Exactly.
And Minnesota, God love them, they took out the champs. I can't believe it, but I feel like
you made that
was the hugest win here.
You made that metaphor when we talked about
that. Was the hugest win for our green this year. Is Denver, in my mind, and I know you agree, we all kind of picked them. Like, we're going to face Denver. We've been talking about it all year. Yeah. And we didn't really like that matchup. We saw them play him twice in the regular season for whatever reason.
Yep.
Even when Kristaps was healthy, we just didn't match up well with Denver. Denver was up 25 points to Minnesota in the second round in Game 7, and they blew it.
Yep.
And good for Minnesota. But I'm a believer that if Denver got through like they should have, they would have beat Dallas. We'd be facing Denver right now.
We would beat anybody that we face in the finals.
I just think, and I got to be careful here, folks. It's only one win.
Look at how they played.
Game 1, but the NBA is all about matchups.
It's true.
And this matchup for the Celtics, wow, did we score.
We'll be back after a quick break.
If you're really into podcasts like I am, and have thought at times like, I'm listening to these great podcasts, I could also do this. I could get on here and get my voice heard. But where do I start? How do I do a podcast, right? Well, fret no more, because the answer is Buzzsprout. They can make podcasting easy, inexpensive, and it's a fun way to expand your reach online. And Buzzsprout, it's hands down the easiest and best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. And they'll get your show online and listed in all the major podcast directories like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. And it'll happen within minutes of finishing your recording. Again, podcasting, it's not hard. Look at me and the coach. We've been doing this. We're having fun. But you got to find the right partners. And the team at Buzzsprout, they're passionate about helping you succeed. So when I join over 100,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout to get your message out to the world, all you need to do, follow the link in the show notes. In our show notes right here, let Buzzsprout know we sent you, and they're going to give you a $20 credit. It's going to be on that second paid invoice, a $20 credit if you sign up for a paid plan, and it's going to help support our show. Buzzsprout, the easy, fun way to start your podcast.
Yeah, they have to. Kyrie didn't show up. There's so much on him to score. Him and Luke. Luka and him have to have games to beat us.
That's right.
And we have more weapons than the Nugs. So I'm gonna not.
Well, I got another one for you on the Dallas.
I'm not going to contradict what you said, but I've never seen the Garden, heard the Garden, felt the Garden like that. I don't care who you were facing. It was stratospheric Mars. They were in Mars when Zingis came in. It was next level zonal.
We're gonna get.
I don't care who the team was. Nuggets matchups or nothing. We were going to destroy them.
No, hold on. We got it. We're going to get the Kristaps in 3 seconds.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Doesn't matter who you were. We were beating you. Doesn't matter. who you are.
But here's the thing, and
Did you
I'm
see
the first.
The game? You know what I'm talking about?
I know, but I'm the first one to admit this. I didn't watch all of Dallas's games in the Western Conference Finals. I actually was really into Denver, Minnesota, and Minnesota in general. But I feel like Minnesota ran out of gas. But
Well,
the
you said
reason why
they're young. They don't.
the
like
reason why Dallas won these games, I'm listening to, because by the way, folks, we've had 10 days off before the final starts. It was all this analysis I got to get caught up on.
Yeah.
And everything on the analysis was, how are the Celtics going to stop the lob game? It's all about the lob game, the lobs.
Big Al and Chris.
And I go, what are they talking about?
JT,
No, I had to look at
JV.
this. The reason why Dallas is here, it's not Luka. It's not, well, it is in the sense that they're getting the assists. No, it's this lob game. Lively, and what's the other guy's name? Gafford.
Conley.
They've been feeding off these lobs. Well, guess what, folks?
Yeah.
The Celtics are the best rim protectors, even without Kristaps. Derek White, get it out of here. Jaylen Brown, get it out of here. Jayson Tatum, get it out of here. Okay, we waited too long. How many minutes on the pod?
Who cares?
No zing, no ring.
Coined here, J2Ms. We've said it first. We'll make the t-shirts one day. Absolutely not. Well, I've never. Wow, we love him. And I want to give you a big, I guess they listened to the last pod. Thank you for listening, because the crowd was proper. They didn't boo. There wasn't the negative energy towards Kyrie. It was fire, positive. One of the best six men. I'm so happy for Green Nation and how they stood up and the way they were. It was incredible. And when he stepped into the court, it was beyond electric. We love him. And he just didn't stop. Boom, boom, blocks and shots. I was just like, what is happening right now? It was incredible.
That was,
and like you said, we sprinkled him. We didn't need to play him the whole game.
Dude, obviously the offense was great. Back to defense. 9 blocks.
We had 9 to their 1.
The Boston block party.
But no, the big stat that I sent you, what was the differential? What was it? It was the assists.
Yeah, 1 assist for Luka.
That?
But that's back to the lob game. All the assists are these lobs. We're taking away the lobs. And guess what?
Yep.
Unless they have a huge adjustment, and we're getting on this pod after game 1. Yep. So it's the finals. This is the way it's going to be. We're going to be reactionary to every stupid game. Yeah. But if you look back to how Dallas was winning, again, outside of Luka and Kyrie, the only offense they have is the lobs. If you take away that offense, what do they have? What do they have?
I know.
But it's all about Kristaps, man. Wow, I was hoping he looked good, but this.
Oh my, we went through the whole playoffs without him in one, and when he came in there, I was you know me, rarely few for words. I had no words. I was silent coach. It was incredible. 20 to their 5 assists. We had 20, they had 5. We had 9 to their 1, like you said, in blocks. 9. I know, and it was just the defense, everybody. It was just, but the assist, like you said, that's it, man. Is that lob game. And we just, you could see how frustrated Luka was. Oh boy. Did you see it? And then we just stopped Kyrie. Kryptonite.
Did you hear Kyrie after the game?
I thank God didn't. What did he say?
So he's all fresh and clean. He's holding the basketball, and they go, so how was that crowd? He's like, actually, I didn't think they were that loud.
Oh, he's just playing.
Like he can't help himself.
No, that's just part of the game. That's good. It's all here. After this, I have the privilege and honor to warm up my Pembroke boys. They're incredible. And what do you think I'm doing? I'm prepping their minds. We're getting ready. We're getting our joints ready. We're getting to a circle of trust. We call it circle of doom. And then we do our warm up. And what do you think I'm doing? I'm saying, where are you guys? I'm like, emotionless calm killers. We're playing a fun role, and we get in there, and they're having fun. This is what JT said. He was mic'd up to our man. Paul coined it. TOD. Trade of Destiny. What year did you? Whenever you got traded to us, what year was that?
That was the 22 finals.
Paul's beautiful. I was like, all right. I was at the time. I was like, beautiful, AKA for Derek White. Trade of Destiny, and they're close. You know, JB. Them 3 are really like. You know, the whole team's chemistry. That's the whole thing. But he's like, before he goes over to Derek, he goes, we just got to do what we got to do. Do what we do. Have fun. and everything gonna be all right.
Right.
That's how simple this is. Highest level. All the way to Pembroke 8th graders. It's the same, right?
We don't need to like you said, have fun. And the other thing about this, we've all watched, everybody listening to this pod is sports fans. We've been sports fans a long time. We've been waiting for this team to break through. This is their 5th Eastern Conference Finals, right? Am I doing the math right? 2018, 2020, 2021.
Yep.
Wait, no.
This is our
22,
8th year.
23, right? 5. Yeah, 5 Eastern Conference Finals, 1 Finals. Here's the key, back to Todd.
Yeah.
That was his first finals. That was JT's first finals. They were nervous, dude.
Oh, yeah.
They were not ready. They played the Warriors. These guys have played in a finals. None of these guys except Kyrie have. And you saw it in the young players for Dallas. They were scared. Now we'll see. We'll see in game 2. I think the others for Dallas.
It was incredible. Yeah, let's hold it down.
I think they're going to play better. They have to. The others will play better.
Oh yeah, they did in the second half. They made some adjustments. It didn't matter who you were. It was on a whole nother level. The energy, the chemistry, and that's what we have.
Can we talk about something back to the crowd?
Yes.
Okay. You just pumped up our crowd. They were great. The energy. Hey, this is a shout out to Boston fans and who's going to game 2.
Lee Green,
especially game 2, because I know what I'm doing at home.
Congratulations, good
guys. Listen to what we're saying. Relax.
It's hard.
Enjoy the moment. This team is good. We've seen all year. We saw last series. They can go down. The other team's going to go on a run. We're not going to play 1,000% the entire game, but don't get nervous. You can feel it in the crowd. It's almost like they know when this run's happening. Oh no, they don't need that. Don't give the nervous energy. Be excited about this. Yeah. I mean, I'm the first one to admit I didn't like it.
It happens.
But I knew. I'm like, wait a second. I caught myself. We're still up 8 points.
Yeah.
We're still up 8 points.
It was
and then boom, JB started locking down.
I was not worried at all. I didn't have, but yeah, just keep the energy going in the arena.
Can we talk about Jayson Tatum?
But you're like you said, you're the moment, man. It's all about the moment.
I'd like to talk about Jayson Tatum now.
All right, JT, let's go.
Yeah. So back to growth.
Paul, Cozy P.
Oh, dude, we're in June. We made it back to June. The journey to June. We've arrived. Oh, have we arrived? Not only we have arrived, Jayson Tatum has arrived. And for all the pundits out here that don't understand basketball, let me explain something to you. It's not about scoring 30 points, because guess what? You know who scored 30 points in game 1? Luka Doncic. They lost by 20 points. He had 1 assist. 1 friggin' assist. Yes, would we like a little bit more scoring? Actually, no. Because Mr. Coach here texted me right after the game, and I could feel his smile and the warmth of his text when he sent it. He sent the box score after the game of our 6. We don't even call them our 5 starters. It's our 6 starters, because we have Big Al in there.
Correct.
I guess Porzingis came off the bench, but whatever, however you want to do it. Do you have that up right now?
Yes, right here.
Okay, I want you to read that to me right now, all the way down the line.
Well, you just said the name, who I'm so happy. I think I'm the happiest for him, because he's one of the longest. He has. I think he's tied with Stockton, or right behind Stockton, for most postseason playoff games he's played. Big Al, 38-year-old, doing work. Right? He was hungry. He wants the
give
ring.
It to me.
Give Big Al his 7 rebounds, 30 minutes, 10 points, and 3 assists.
10 points.
JT, 16 points, but what did he have?
11 rebounds.
Thank you.
And 8 assists, I'm going to guess.
5, but that's fine. Because
okay.
JB poured 22 on him with the points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Derek White, 15, 5, 2, 5 assists, 2 rebounds. Our guy who I can't say enough about right now. He's our true floor general, rose to the occasion this playoffs. Drew Holiday, 12 points, 5 assists, 8 rebounds. And then Zing, those
8 rebounds for Holiday?
8 rebounds. He was doing work.
And he had double figures in points.
And everybody had dubs. That's what I'm saying.
There you go.
20 points to save the best for last. our guy, welcome back. We love you. Bleed Green's different here. Hashtag different here. Let's go, Zing. 20 points and no assists. No big deal because he wasn't playing that much. He only played 20 minutes, 21, and had 6 rebounds. We obviously
all right, there it is,
but
right
all
there.
It's all spread out perfectly.
Exactly. That's exactly what we're looking for.
That's
Don't
what
we
you said
remember,
before,
folks?
Paul.
Are we forgetful here? We don't want to
I'm going
live
to do
in
the
the
points
past.
again. That was a lot. Let me do the points again. Ready? Points 10, 16, 22, 15, 12, 20.
We don't want to live in the past, but we don't want to forget either. And are we forgetting just in the most recent past, last year, how upset we get when it's just this one-on-one game with JB and JT, right?
Don't forget Sam.
And now we're yelling because
Two big
JT's not
three.
scoring too much. Dude, he's letting the growth in this man. I almost want to cry. It's amazing. He is letting the game come to him. Those driving kicks, the rebounding, like he knows what he needs to do. Last finals, 2022, he did too much on his own. That's why we lost. If if game 2
trying to do too much, that's
if
what we
game
do,
2 means he's got to score more, he'll do it.
Yep.
But wow, I mean, the growth in this team, man, I don't want to get too confident here, Coach, because I want Banner 18. I can feel Banner 18.
Peyton Pritchard.
I just don't see how we're going to lose this series. Now, are we going to sweep? Come on now. This is the final.
Tomorrow night, baby. So we're taping this. We're doing this podcast.
Dude, the only thing that's going to get in our way is ourselves. We know this. I mean, I think we look.
June is here.
Exactly. We're in June. This team let go of the rope in May when they're playing friggin' Miami with nobody and Cleveland with nobody. But dude, the Pacers, even without Halliburton, they're in the Eastern Conference Finals. They gave it their all, dude. They're not going to have they're not going to lay an egg in the finals.
Big wrong. That was the worst wrong of my calling out. They made. I was like, there's no way they're going deep. They showed a lot of heart, and he was injured too. But you see these injuries. You see who's out. There's certain injuries that you're having here. But we were their major kryptonite. They'll adjust. Gafford didn't do too much. Their center Jones didn't do too much. Junior, he's a great player. PJ Washington's a dog. I told you this already.
I like him.
He's a dog. So do I. And I love his play. And Jay Hardy came in there off the bench.
You know what I learned about PJ Washington? Yeah. So all I knew is he was hitting all these threes in the last couple of series. But you know where he hits his threes? But you know where he hits them?
Yeah.
Corner threes.
Yeah.
They feast on, and we took that away.
Yeah,
they can't hit them. They can't hit him up top. Dude, okay, that brings up. I want to talk about a couple other players. We'll get there. This is the finals, dude.
Baby. Welcome. I hope you're enjoying.
Pot alert. Okay.
Wait. We got pot alert.
Check it out.
I don't know.
Let's go.
All right, here we go.
I love it.
So we have a fan out there, long-time listener. His name's Will.
Will the Wise.
So Will the Wise. Well, first up, I don't know if he's going to let go of his disdain of Doris. I like that. The disdain of Doris. He's not a Doris fan.
She's smart, man.
He does not like Doris.
Disdaining Doris.
But his number
He's a
one
Celtics
thing,
fan, though. So
his number one thing throughout the year, all the way up until I talked to him just yesterday. That's why I want to do this.
Oh, cool. You had a nice chat with Will.
He's always sending these text messages.
Let's get you on soon, Will. Let's get him on, Paul.
Always sending me these text messages of second row Joe. Just making fun of Joe.
He knows it's just going to get
second
you
row
going.
Joe. Joe just stands there, doesn't do anything. Well, guess what, folks? Will has taken a turn. He is praising Coach Joe. If Will can praise Coach Joe.
Wisdom. Thank you, everybody.
They
will. I said, he was so. Imagine what he had to soak in for the 2 years. First of all, he's the most winningest coach of all time.
Can we talk about his record this year? Right now, 77-20.
Enough said. And it's like I said, we're not going to get into what we already talked about before. It's, dude,
but everything we were talking about, taking away their lobs, the way Kristaps came off the bench. He's pulling all the right levers.
In his coaching. Like he's open to growth. That's all you have to be, man. Willing and open to listen to your players. And he was like, I'd see him. He'd be. He's so focused. Eyes, man. So focused, man of faith. and soaking it all in. And he's there. Here we are. So we got Brad. Everybody's like, get rid of Joe. Brad's like, no. Brad's like, no. And then look at what happened this year. What happened?
I don't know. As you were talking, I just started feeling really cozy and kind of zingy. Anyway.
Let's go. And I'm looking at the stats last game. I said 20-5. I'm just doing corrections. Coach's corrections, 23. It was 23-9 after I sent you that before the game was over, but 22. I'm just looking at the assists still, man. I'm looking at these stats. We beat them on the boards barely. It's not that big a deal. It was the defense.
I talk about an underrated thing that happened in the game?
Turnovers. Same. What?
Probably one of my favorite. And I was gonna actually text you before the finals started to say this is gonna be my unsung hero.
Nice.
And he did absolutely nothing last series, like literally nothing. It was embarrassing. But man, was I so proud of little Sam Hauser.
Dude, I've been proud.
He's back.
He's back. We never went. Dude,
he couldn't hit a 3 to save his life last year.
Yeah, he hit a couple. I know, but he's
no. He was
but
not last
strong
night.
In his playoffs, dude. In the playoffs, dude. And
he was playing defense.
That's what we saw new. That was like new this game. The D where he rose up and played better D. It's like, whoa, Sammy, let's go. And Pritchard, Luke got a little time in there. I think Shvee got a little time in there. And we didn't talk about it. We didn't see. We did talk about X-Men coming in, but we didn't see that yet. We didn't really need it. We don't need it. We'd like to see. We have the bench.
We had a little Luke in garbage time.
We did. But like what we're saying about,
we had Geno time in game 1. Jason Kidd throwing the white flag.
Your Brissett, your O'Shea. Like he is a player. He's a body. I guess X-Men didn't even.
I don't think we're going to see a lot of those guys. It's a finals, dude. It's all.
He didn't even dress up, dude.
In fact, did you notice?
Yeah.
Every time there was so many substitutions in the game. I don't know if you noticed that. Back to Coach Joe. Every time Kyrie went out, Holiday went out. Every time, Irving went back in. How strong did he play? Oh, and let's talk about that.
True.
Let's talk about Let's talk about Coach Joe again. Another Coach Joe. Yep. So in the beginning, it was Jaylen on Luka.
Yep.
And Luka or Jaylen was playing great. Remember, he picked his pocket and had the dunk, right?
Oh yeah, I remember.
But then Luka started getting going. That's why it got down to 8 points. He said, "Screw this, others. You stink. We're in the finals." Yep. And he did all his scoring in the third quarter. But you know when it stopped?
Yep.
When they switched up and put Holiday on Luka, and he stopped him, dude. We have so many guys to throw at them.
Dog. He's a dog. You see, he wasn't letting the full dog out. He's out. He was out. He was bossing up.
Thank you, Milwaukee.
Those vets, dude. Him and Big Al vetting up. You seeing it. You're seeing it. The vets play. Oh yeah. Tomorrow night.
Can we talk about Brad out of nowhere?
June 8th, Saturday. This is where.
Can we talk about Brad out of nowhere right now?
Tomorrow the 9th. Time's the game. Probably the same.
5 o'clock, 8 o'clock your time.
Look at him. Look at podcast.
The crowd will be ready to go.
He is ready. He knows the time.
Can we talk about Brad just in the middle of this pod out of nowhere?
It's 5 p.m. Western, boys and girls and folks. It's 8 p.m. for us Eastern. He's got the Pacific. So it's 8 p.m. for us out here in the Green Nation. Paul's repping Northwest big time. Thank you for repping.
Can we have some Brad talk?
Please. Want to talk a little Brad Stevens?
Can we go back? This is a story of a journey, guys. We finally arrived.
Let's get funky and just make it a Brad Stevens quiz. Go. Just go right ahead. You're gonna answer you started answering the questions before they even happened anyway. That was my quiz. I have a one quiz, and that was the backup one maybe that I was gonna do. That's the major one we're doing. So let's just go right into it.
All right, let's do it.
Brad Stevens quiz. Do we know how old Brad Stevens is?
I'm going to guess on this one. 42.
Oh, he's not that young, brother. He's 1 year older than your trusty sidekick. Oh. He's 47. I turned 46 in July. October 22nd, 1976. Where was the man born?
Well, what was it?
Greenlaw.
Oh, he was born in Massachusetts?
No. Greenlaw as in Larry Law.
Oh, Indiana.
Larry,
Oh,
Legend
right,
Law.
because Butler, of course.
Indiana. Do you know what college he went to?
Did he go to Butler too?
He did. He went to DePaul, and
Oh,
he was a guard, and he did work. But
yeah.
you know about where he coached. That's
Yeah,
why he went to
Butler.
Butler. Do you remember
Yeah.
this? How long he was? People don't know how long he was at Butler. He started at Butler as an assistant.
Let's
And
give him 10 years.
listen to this. It started as an assistant.
Not
at
doing
Butler.
well in this quiz. Sorry.
This is
Brad.
I know, but it's okay. You're gonna know one. We need to do a refresher about Joe. 2001. He started as assistant at Butler and stayed there all the way until 2013. He was there for 12 years and then he became head coach. You know how everybody, if you're a real basketball fan, you know how well he did, in at Butler as a coach. So 12 years I was at Butler and rose up from assistant all the way up. No, I mean like an assistant, like way low level. Can you name anything? What is he now to you? People might not even know who he is. Like, what is he in the Celtics organization?
He's a general manager.
He is our NBA. And then what did he?
Excuse me. The actual title would be president of basketball operations.
Yes.
Did I get it?
Ding ding.
Yeah.
And what did he win this year for award as an
executive of the year?
Boom! Let's go, man.
Right, 2 in a row.
He's making moves.
Well, okay.
I'm almost done. We can keep going. You can talk about him while.
But no, what I was going to say with that executive of the year. Once we're done with the quiz, that's where I want.
Yeah, it's almost done. Yeah, we're almost done. Keep going. Keep going about the executive. I'll go on.
No. I'll talk about it after.
All right, so we'll just go into like his coaching. Do you remember when he was coaching? Can you give me the years of Celtics coaching? People don't remember this stuff. It's tough.
I would say it started because when was Isaiah there and we started doing some stuff? I would say it started maybe 2014 then. If he was at Butler for 2013, it was the next year, 2014. 2014 to 2020 or 2019.
Sorry, folks.
When did
Udoka take over? My quiz went bye-bye. I have to go back to my quiz.
Did Brad coach during the bubble year? Oh, yeah, he coached through 21. Yeah, 2014 to 2021.
On July 3rd, 2013, Stevens was signed as the head coach of the Boston Celtics.
Right.
To coach.
So the 2013-2014 season.
That's right. You got it. Ding, ding,
ding, ding, ding.
Boom.
And then he
good for you.
He left the post 21.
Good memory, man.
Because we lost in the first round. Remember, we were a playing team that year. But your boy Jaylen, coach, loving that jersey more and more.
Oh man, I got the black too.
So fresh, and they're wearing that one.
Want to get really fresh right now? What?
You know what's awesome about that?
Boom! Now coach is getting crazy.
They are wearing that jersey game two because when they started losing those game twos. Here's some knowledge for you. You might not know this, coach. When they lost game two in round one, and remember round 2, 1 and 2, they lost game 2.
Yep.
Remember?
Yeah.
Well, they switched it up and said, no more of this. We're wearing our black jerseys for game 2. So good timing on that. Wear that tomorrow night. Thank you, coach.
Oh, I'm wearing this. I'm rocking this. I'm at the practice. I'm warming these kids up. I'm going to come in just like this, son. And it's going down. People are there's a whole show going on, baby. There's a inflamed coach, fully fervent on fire. And that's what we got to be, man. You got to be on fire. You got to turn it on, man. And that's it for this quiz. It was kind of weak, but it's the Brad.
No. It's the Brad Stevens quiz.
All right, never mind. No, I should have judged it. Never moralize or judge yourself.
It was an awesome quiz, and I'll tell you why. You and I wouldn't be sitting here.
Where he was a great coach.
We wouldn't be sitting here right now if it wasn't for Brad. We would. No. Who knows if season 2 would have happened without Brad? And that's getting back to your executive of the year and me getting that one right. Yeah. So going through the journey. I'm going to take us back now. The end of season 1, coach was not happy.
Oh, no.
He was ready to just jump ship. He was done with the Jays.
I wasn't going to jump ship. I was not.
Because you didn't know what Brad was going to do. You didn't know what Brad was going to do. Look what Brad did. Kristaps Porzingis. How Did he remember we were upset at first though? A little upset. Even though we were happy. We lost Marcus. We lost Marcus.
I was completely, everybody's like, whatever. I was good about that. I was good with getting Kristaps right away. Like, I didn't know we were going to get him. Like, I was good. I'm not like, ooh. But, like, I knew that team was not going in it. We're doing it. I knew it. And we were going through the heartbreak. So we have, as Boston fans, you're telling us not to get nervous. We have post-traumatic stress, bro. We're like healing and growing, getting past that stuff because it was like, oh. And you like talking the inconsistency of Marcus. I was like, oh, we loved him. He was so defensively amazing, gifted, and talk about a fire. But the boo-boos and you know he would do.
I hate to. I mean, I really don't want this to be a blame it on Marcus. But it's not a blame game, not a blame game.
No, never.
But it's called an upgrade game. It just is.
Upgrade. Kristaps and Drew, and the bench. Like we had to expect those two. Without Drew too, man. Don't shadow. Let the big man shadow Drew.
No, of course. No, that's where I want to go with this.
Yeah.
How did this happen? Thank you.
Did you hear LeBron? LeBron said he got him for peanuts. What did he say? He said something funny when he was with Redick, JJ, and him in his show. He said they got him for like
What was Milwaukee thinking?
Got him for nothing. We got him for nothing.
What were they thinking? I mean, we get
a bag of chips. We got him for a bag of chips.
Think about the growth of this team.
LeBron said, yeah.
We talk about how mentally strong they are. Yep. It's because of Drew Holiday. Drew's the glue.
Boom, that coined here, folks. Podcast ball. Drew the
glue.
Check it out.
And again, I love Marcus. I'll always love Marcus. This is not a diss on him.
No.
It's just this Holiday thing. He's a champion, dude. He just won the championship.
Do you know
he was our missing ingredient.
Shooting big man in the league, dude. He's overshadowed. He was overshadowed by it's all right. The Nuggets, it's hard to win back to back. It's hard for any team to get back to the finals, man. But we didn't know that was going to happen with Minnesota. That was incredible. That was so cool to see that. But Dallas, anybody think Dallas is going to be in the finals, dude? Come on, dude. That was they did it, man. But they don't have enough firepower. It's just
let's talk about moving forward in this finals because we're on here in between
it's just pieces and players.
I know you kind of hit on it earlier as far as the adjustments and all that, but we gotta remember all this great stuff we're saying about our team and how confident we are. That being said, 2 years ago, we actually won the first game in Golden State. We were up 1-0 in the finals last year. We lost the second game, but then we won at home. We were up 2-1.
Talk about post-traumatic stress.
And we lost. So one win is one win. We only have 3 to go, but we've only got 1. We haven't accomplished anything, Coach. So talk to me about going forward in this series. What's going to happen? What do we got to look out for? How are you feeling?
First of all, this first game in First Blood was a huge statement. Just play your game. It's like, go do your job, Coach Bill. And, it's like, it's so simple. This play, they don't have to do anything. They just do what they do, man. I don't have to say anything. Do what you did last game. That's it. In every game.
I also want to say something.
Hold on, let me finish. They did this one thing that was different. I was like, all right, let's see. They closed the game. Yes, they had a little dip and when they came back, but they played. They're pretty. That was like the most whole I've seen them play. The most. I feel like just all the way through, man. All the way through to the fourth, the last 5 minutes. That's what would kill us, right? We'd be like, close the game. Right?
This is what's amazing about what you just said. Like they look great, complete. It's amazing to think that we hadn't seen Kristaps since April 29th. It is June 8th, dude.
30 games out, I think.
April 29th. We basically played because he only played the first 3 games in the playoffs.
Yeah.
We won all these games and did all of this without him. I almost forgot what it was like with him. I forgot. I forgot.
All my good fans, they're here. That we were all going at the gym. We were all saying we don't need him. We don't need him.
We
don't
forgot.
Need him. We don't need him to the finals. We were saying that in the beginning, all the way. So all of us were one, and I was so we're on the same page.
But you know what? I think it's good that they won. Obviously, we needed a win without him, and there was rumors he could have come back. That's why I knew he was ready last series. But he is Kristaps. Things
he was
could
smiling, having
hold
fun. He was grooving, dude.
This is not to be a downer because this is more to get us positive.
Yeah,
he is Kristaps. Things can happen in a long series. We can win. Do we want him? Do we need him? Yes, of course. But if something happens, we can still win without him.
We can still win without him, man.
So just remember that. Fans out there that are nervous every time he jumps.
Especially he jumped. Especially Big Al. Big Al's gone the next.
I know we're all thinking that, right? He jumps up for a dunk. We're like, no, don't do that. Don't jump.
I wasn't at all, dude.
Don't jump.
I wasn't at all. It's just it's a calf strain, dude. I used to get him all the time.
Oh,
dude. He's fine. And he was it's fine.
Stop running.
No. You can't have that mentality at all when you're out there.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta be a dog with like when I go out there, man, I don't care. I'm in the spirit. I'm carefree. And I'm just it doesn't matter about my body. I do what I do, man. If I think, then I get injured anyway. It's like,
that is exactly my point. Thank you, Coach. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Coach Murph, baby.
We got to let the rest of the fan base feel
fear of. Let it all go.
Well, no, that's the one little critique, especially with our fans. Let it go. Enjoy the moment. This team's awesome. Feel it. If something happens, something happens. But stop thinking, "Oh no, I don't want anything to happen." It's like we know how good our team is. Yeah. And we're like, they have to win. If they don't win, we're going to screw up. Like, stop thinking that way, dude.
Yep.
Just enjoy it. We have a good team. Enjoy it. It's gonna work out the way it's gonna work out. If friggin' Luka and Kyrie score 3,000 points a game and have had the best games of their lives and they beat us, well, whatever, dude. What are you gonna do? It's not gonna happen. But I'm just saying, like,
Kyrie's gonna show up next game. It's gonna be tough. He has to. And then everybody else will rise up as well. But those two, like big, I think it was Bill Russell who said it, but it's like you let the superstar, you don't do Luka do what he does.
How about the Bill Walton thing in the beginning?
Well, there it is, folks. The Bill Walton quiz. I was gonna save it for Bill. We said this is near the end anyway, right?
Yeah.
And so I was gonna be like, he just went right into it. But it's the Bill Walton quiz. Why are we doing that?
I want one of those shirts they had. It was cool.
Beautiful Bill with his jubilant spirit, always smiling. This is for you, Bill. I really, that's why the spirit of the pod, man. And don't forget the granny in the green. The granny in the
almost
green.
Forgot again.
No way. I'm not going to forget. We forgot last time. But Granny, podcast Paul and Coach Murph's mama. She's into the Celtics now, and she's she landed in Seattle like right during that miracle win. What game was
game one? That was game one where Jaylen had the 3-pointer.
Conference Finals.
Of course, we were glued to the TV when that happened, right, Coach?
It was awful. That game where we should have lost easily, and she comes in and it's Granny in the green, so we have all these fun stuff going on. But Bill we call it the spirit of the pod. His spirit's with us. And I'm thinking like, wow, he's here. This must be, this is affecting everything in such a good way. So we're going to just talk quickly about Bill. He's amazing. He was a Celtic, of course.
Great tribute. Perfect.
Oh, they did an awesome tribute to him. He loved being a Celtics. He bled green. But he was an NBA champion twice, 1977 and
1986.
Ding, 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 Bill. This pod is June's arrived, but who else is the spirit of Bill? There's a couple Bills. Russell. So it's the Bill twice,
I like that.
Bill squared. So we have the spirit of the Bills with us right now, guys. MVP finals in the 77, the Blazers. You know that. I'm not going to even ask you. He played for the Portland Trail Blazers. So dominant back then. He was a MVP finals, a MVP, two-time NBA All-Star, 77, 78. And he was an NCAA champion. For
UCLA Bruins.
It's easy for a podcast. Ding, ding, ding. And I just wanted to give him some love. He had his career NBA statistics. He had 6,200 plus points. He had almost 5,000 rebounds. He had almost 1,500 plus assists. You know, he rose to prominence, as we know, in the 70s. But what we love about Bill is joyous energy. He's so positive, and he's stunk. He's stunk. The guys are like, you put on some deodorant, man.
Oh,
he wouldn't wear it on purpose, so the guys didn't want to guard him. Did you ever hear that one?
No, that's a new one, man.
That's a fun one for you folks.
Good job, Coach.
You're welcome. But we just wanted to give him a little love.
Coach
He passed away on May 27th, just recently.
Yep.
And leaves behind his beautiful family. And thanks, Bill.
Man.
You're being there in spirit of the pod, baby.
He's making us feel cozy. He's giving the zing more zinginess, right?
Yeah, giving the zing more zinginess, dude.
So here we go, Coach. It is Saturday the 8th. In between, it's media day again. They have 2 days off, so they're getting back on for game 2 on Sunday. Game 3 is Wednesday. Game 4 is Friday. And I mean, who knows, right? Well, as it is right now, as we talk, that could be it, right? And I guess that's my question to you. Do you think this will be a sweep?
Because I was right about Indiana, right? I was joking. And you're like, stay in the moment. Stay in the moment.
Yeah. We shouldn't predict, right?
So,
we don't want to do any
should I just send us off with the answer and just
okay, why not?
Why not? We're good. You got anything else to talk about?
No, that's it, man.
That was a wonderful brotherly time, man. We have this pod now. We're in the finals. Game 1 in the books. So we have some good confidence going on. But isn't confidence what it's all about in life? Gotta have that confidence. We gotta gain it. You gotta walk tall. But there's a lot of, like you were saying, Paul, like the nervousness, like the judgment. We're all here, man. Just to use these 2 things, man. It's how simple it is. To serve and love, and to my eyes to see and not to judge. Keep it simple, Green. Keep it simple, people. We call it the grace of the present moment. So peace, love in the green machine, baby. We out of here.
Just 2 Murphs talking hoops. June has arrived. Enjoy the rest of the finals. Maybe we'll see you back for Banner 18. We shall see. Peace out.